Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program dem, but you no subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah! God bless you. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program dem, but you no subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah! God bless you. Gimme the money. Gimme the money. When you trust me money, I beg you pay you cash. What's the singer? When you don't send me in rest, I beg you pass the cash. What also?
Who that is singer, sir?
That is Saj.
Yeah, SAJ.
Yes. Gimme the money. Gimme the money. When you trust that mommy in cookery, I beg now pass the cash.
Do you pass the cash?
Okay. When you don't trust to people they all know the country, I beg. But do you pass the cash? Pay am. But wait, sometimes there's something wrong.
They're quitting again. I
don't know. So, who's one na me on way this even time pass the cash?
Well, Fambul and Shembepi don't eat the ball gooey. This is a very big question with Shembepi Ibe to we all. This is me and you discussion. The topic for today, the biggest, the hardest, the toughest, will go be a very important topic for we Elna for discuss. As the country, Mama Salon, in domestic debt don't reach 10 trillion leones. Then the bank governor, they say they don't order for print a new bank money. We take today, we no see them it. So if Shembepi they ask, waiting at Leone, and give me the money business, I think say now this now the biggest one today where we they can discuss, but me, Nababure Kablai from the north.
PM, Giam. They're
going to give me small tissue, so please another one.
Waiting?
A yampi.
Waiting?
You have to pay that.
Waiting for you.
You self na other one.
Waiting for you.
If you give me small thing.
I can understand. You just want to pull yourself secrets now though. Anytime you want to talk about yourself now, they take a ball for me. Anyway, I'm not talking nothing on that. You know, my brother still. Anyway, this is not the biggest thing where they happen. And plenty other things than they inside the basket for you today. LSC, lack. Busy the draw. The tickling come on the forest can na city. Eh? Different people and just reply. Some people say, you know, not deal with a distraction, but sometimes they file attack. Whilst we deal with other things them under the ground. Anyway, as all this they be, the justice system where all man they are say, he crazy, he lucky, he corrupt, he this and that. Well, they don't begin doing good thing. Where for me, in my opinion, I don't know for you. I think say it good. Because they don't begin look back inside about 1,000 cases them now the one whole country for still one they will get minor crimes them the one that we don't in a jail for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years now small case they like trust this that they not look them case from when they carry and go where they put them a remand not to even convict to then put them a remand now then forget about them Then say, okay, let them begin looking to them case there for see who that don't they so advantage one and other things them. This not a good thing or not. Anyway, I don't know how you will get for see that particular part there. If we did together, my name is Sembe the Freedom Fighter. Please, as you come, not forget for hit the like button for we and share the program so more people go able for understand within the happen. If that be the case, we move straight to the first issue, where now the issue of the judicial week. Let me listen to this report 2019 put together. Ask them in the all over.
One pan the team them, we don't they make the correctional center then can full up and smack one. Now because some people them don't take over 2, 3, even 4 years. Now some correctional center them for small crime them and save some of them people not can get justice quick one. Now all there is make the judiciary of Salondo organize judicial week. We go take about 5 days for CC inmates then get justice quick one. And inside this judicial week, the Chief Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards don't say now 26 judge them get for look inside over 1,000 case them.
26 judges aside, and we have decided that we want to concentrate and do a good job. But again, this year or last year, it was brought to my notice that we were still having inmates without indictment since 2014. So I decided that we should hold a judicial week that will last for 5 days so that we address all these small issues which involves access to justice for inmates that are facing trial. Our vision is not to get culprits off the hook, no, but to see that justice is being done.
Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards carry on say the judiciary don't get proper system for CC, jurors then a court all time.
Sierra Leoneans were wicked to ourselves. Somebody come to court, a complainant. That person may be so zealous in the case, and he will come. And what would be his or her intention was for that man not to be granted bail. The moment the person is not granted bail, attention is lost in the case. If the process within the court system is lack, that person could end up in prisons for as long as. So these are some of the gaps which you find in the normal machinery of justice. We are trying to address them, and by the grace of God, we are far spent insofar as addressing them. We now have a better jury system. We can manage the jurors better than before.
The Chief Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards Semeso say them plan for monitor the indictments the way they come out to the magistrate court so that some case them no go team.
We are trying to monitor indictments. The process of preparing indictments, as long as it's indictment based on committals, it comes from the magistrate courts. They either discharge if there is not sufficient evidence, or they commit to the High Court. The process of committals at times does pose problems. I have addressed my magistrates and I have given them a time frame of not more than 48 hours. We have set up a system that would guarantee that indictments are, the depositions are presented, and law officers department do present the indictments.
Chief Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards end up say he ready for work with the media and self go to update them as them they go. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the reports.
Well, of course, Fambolem, you don't hear it for you self waiting. Babatunde Edwards come and talk now this video. Well, this is a great concern for we all when Sierra Leoneans them. We care, but we brothers and we sisters and well-being inside the Pandemba prison and the one that we get case. But now the police where they come with case them na court and the courts as well where they charge and sentence na prison. Of course, we don't talk about this several times. We don't talk about these times without numbers. But we find ourselves in a country where nobody not just care about nobody. Most of the people they put before, then they do what they feel say it rights for them both now the police stations them and the courts, where we always say the system are very, very poor. This not today people they undergo them kind strain they are or punishment they are. It don't say where the police they investigate case them, just like what we mentioned yesterday that we find we certain accounts here where the police can just turn your case for ordinary 100,000 leones. The Sierra Leone police, the man will write statement for you, they turn down your case because of that one day against the other person owner gets problem. The country of any safety there when I'm a salon, bribe don't make you right the turn to wrong. That's they get a cause where most of we brothers and sisters and in case then they go now the court, then they end up for going to prison for no good reason. Waiting when they try for talk now, yeah. I've been telling you yesterday, say, me when they talk to you, I be don't walk na that court day as a jury, right? In front of me face, there are some cases where they be present before me, after the accused people like you don't can't up, don't the lawyers and talk, the complainant and they come they explain, you know they see A, you know they see T, they really know say something wrong from the investigator and police. We bring this case in a court and something wrong from the court also because there's so listen them police they are when somebody they lie, when somebody they write a wrong statement against somebody, you and a competent lawyer or somebody they open a court. As soon as you read that statement there, you they really find out say something done wrong in this statement. But since that they work together in a collaboration, the same way where the police they take bribe for destroy that person in life and in future, now the same thing they come to court. And when they come to court, if they not see substantial evidence against the person, instead the magistrates them again, go they discharge some of them case they are, what thing they do? Then they send you go remind. Now salon they see somebody that they remind. For how many years they know they call them for attend court. And they say, so they can't sentence now. You check the same way it don't they now remind. You they not say they don't destroy this person in life. So really, if them as a court, the judiciary, they sit down, they make up their mind, say, now we don't see the wrong way and the wrong case they will the judge for the send people them innocently because of our innocence. And for the send people them without judging them the right way. Then don't find out, say, we get a huge number of Sierra Leoneans the way they now the prisons, and then don't see, then they try for review all the cases that they and see who that's in case no reach for let it go punish for nothing, then they free and come out, or they get the right judgment. I think that a very nice one where we all happy for. We just believe say as then they start this way, make them able to continue so people they get a fair judgment. Now we own country will call Mama Salon. Arrest me, case me, brother.
Okay, thank you. And I think say a very bright one. Not to just who that's innocent. We know basically the like me not to the look at the one the way innocent or waiting because we're not going for no until they find them guilty. Yeah, so or until they try them. But waiting we concerned about some people. And for example, I'll bring a recent example for you. Like Ali Foster, the guy we been get that issue with Lyle against Lima na in your own place. You know, like Ali Foster, after we they be don't use they be don't firearm in foot be don't almost the rotten or so, e been go there na Pademba Road. So you find out say e go na court, then can't go Pademba Road, don't go forget about Sunday. It takes some time, but God help him. The time where it go for go answer to the judgment the last day now, wait and say let them go for go try and whether he guilty or not for past judgment. Then find and say he guilty. So they been sentenced, but unfortunately for them, if they don't spend all the time, you know, where it be doing a Pademba Road. So when they sentence her now, and not being get reason for go back inside it because if they don't even spend, I think more than that time they say if they don't take it. So now the things then this way we they talk about. Some people in they The way you see person don't go, it don't fet, you are they lock you. I must make sure they lock you. In the what they do, it is fet say from police, it pay all kind of money, go na court, pay all kind of money. Sometimes in the waiting they happen, then they get in court, then they lost people and file them. You go here, you know more than go and say they not see, then they call you case safe. Because this person here, it work with the court clerk them. Yeah? Then they pay their money, then they make sure say anytime when you own case for come up in a court, they know the carry with that file there. And not to the magistrate responsible for carry with files. Waiting the court clerk then carry with said, this na the case that we get for today. Now they look inside, and then he see which one way for go down, which one way for give bail. So then court clerk there, now one of the most, I insist and repeat, now one of the most corrupt people there, now that court them, all over the country. Now them they can work with for make sure say them punish innocent people them for nothing. Because you get money past me you get argument. You cost me, I cost you. Okay, you wait, they made they lock you up. Indeed. Then they go make sure say make all kind of allegation, pay the police then charge you go court, pay the court clerk them, pay the magistrate in some cases, but most times the court clerk them pay them, make sure say you file not they ever come. Then you see you file safe, you know they can't near them safe. And when you see that first 10 days, then first day the magistrate say, okay, because of so I adjourn your case to so 10. Then they send you go down a Pademba road when I remand. Yeah? You know, they not find you guilty to, you don't go remand. When you see you don't go remand, the next thing, what then they do? Now for make sure say, then they forget about you. So that is why you see, some people then they don't go inside Pademba. Then they come safe for let them can hear in case safe. Then just they not Pademba. They need to listen to the half. So this, if then people here, this Chief Justice don't decide for look back into them cases, they say, let me look back. This now one, and I think this now McKinney happen. Yeah, the magistrates where you see, the justice where you see so right now, Brown Mark. I hope I get it right. Brown Mark, I look sabi this face. Yeah. So now the case then they review. Look back at the files them. Look back at the people that were there inside. Let them explain and go back into the thing. Look if whether them for go on with waiting them for go on or not. Then for discharging case. For try them fast and pull them. I think what thing they can do now, what they call fast track. Look into your case, quick one, forget about the case. If they find you guilty, go down. If they find you say you're innocent and discharge your case, I think that is cool. And that's the help for reduce the overcrowding. Yeah? But we just pray say they no mistake and then go begin discharge people them when really commit some crime, when really supposed for they. But the good thing now, then they look at the cases that when are minor offenses them, where they force before them. Because we understand, like the drivers them force now, them boku na prison. Then boku they, just for let in policeman argue no more. Give me your license and need you. When you see the Holland, bap go tam. Pow go down. And when you see you go down, then they forget about you. So the minor crimes them, they want the way me and Bible they get for pay me. Sometimes na 200,000 or 50,000 safe. When you say then they lock you for that, then they lock you. And then other one them back, they want the way they take them microcredit them. Then get a microcredit organization and they when are they popular. Every small meets they don't go take policeman. This you get for payment up. Always they catch you. Something like 200,000 no more, bro. You go down. You go down. This now all the things the way they affect the justice system. The justice system is not only there to the police, it's not only there to the court, it's there to we all guilty of that one day. Because when me and this gets problem, I want to make sure say I punish them no more for let you respect me next time. I get money pass them. And the police then in my pocket. So you see, me the corrupt the police himself doing your work. I go back in the court, I corrupt say go. So the corruption is nice cool. It just they go round and round every other day. And this is very, very bad. Until we reach to that tip in it up and this style, we're not go able for see better. I rest my case.
Well, like what I just say no more, we believe say where them don't begin to see some of the reason the way it cause all them problems they are, so make it be a continuation. Make it not just begin, it stop back. So people they still they go under the same struggle and sufferness when it comes to the law. Like what he say, the number of drivers that were there na prisons and different sell them boku. So we pray and hope that they continue this so we get a better justice in a salon we will call Riyadh.
Okay, we move. One time in the
We fly.
don't say a congratulatory message to we own First Lady. Okay, we na Fatima Bio, aka Sisi Okenge, aka Oya Chip, aka sorry. Anyway, so we don't tell them, we don't say congratulations, ma, because we don't do something. Interestingly, what we been telling congratulations for? Because it been come up until we say the permit business, that resident permits for Gambia. Who that na salon person we come inside we yard, we go there na Gambia. Well, they don't get that kind of bilateral relationship, that kind of common understanding. Say, you in a Gambia know they pay residence permits, you say for the know they pay residence permits. But the question now, when it will go on, when it will start, and who stay we will get for Sidan Day. Interestingly, let's just listen first to this video, and we'll come back just now.
Hello everyone. Today I'm so pleased and happy because we people in Gambia, Sierra Leoneans the way they Gambia, for far too long they don't complain about this residential permit issue. For far too long they don't complain about residential permit and waiting they need for pay, how they need for pay and we don't take this campaign to the other level. I don't go, His Excellency go first. They don't go talk to him brother Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of Gambia. We don't come back and then His Excellency send me as an envoy for go talk to me brother Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, for make you go consider for lift this residential permit issue on Sierra Leoneans. Well, me people, and today I want to tell you, say we don't succeed. Now Sierra Leoneans then go live in the Gambia freely, and Gambians they live in Sierra Leone freely. This is the way Africa should go. We are Africans. We all na African people. We no need for the go na each other's country and we get all of them taxed and Yahweh then they level on us. Really, you know, two small countries, Gambia and Sierra Leone, then don't see them say there is a need for letting people and live among other people and freely, and then don't make that one day easy and possible for the citizens them. I want to thank retired Brigadier Julius Madabio because from day one where he come na office, this na in priority. He come out here go Gambia and go make this request to him brother. Say, please, I want my people to live here freely. And your people also will live in Sierra Leone freely because we are one people. We should not be separated just by boundary and then we are now separated because then come out na Salon and Kana Gambia. So that means they had to be punished twice. People them are big. Unalo we appreciate this one. This one maybe una the help for celebrate. Because when I see Gambia and Sierra Leone, then now they interact freely, live freely in each other's country, and that is the African that we're looking for. If you're a true African, you get for be happy say, no, Africans should not be paying permits, residential permits anywhere in Africa for live day, because this is our continent. Europeans are doing it. You know, Europeans, no European country, they know they pay for living in each other's country. So why Africa we not go do the same thing for each other? Today I want to praise retired Brigadier Julius Madabio and my brother Adama Barrow, President of Gambia, for taking the bold step and starting this journey for us in Africa. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, of course, Fambolem, una don't see the video we just play you, and una don't see the person in question we come and talk. Well, a lot of people get several names the way they call them, but we they call them Sisi Ogenge, we somebody call them Fatima Lailo Bio. Well, of course, to me, it is not a surprise for make Fatima Bio come to the media and talk something way up to now, you know, up on it. Why it not going to be a surprise to me? Show me your friend. I'll tell you who you are. Fatima Biona, somebody who married to Lailo Kiateka Bio. So if Fatima Bio they do their act there, we they do so for coming at the media and can't give we information where they ask we Sierra Leone and say, make we join them for jubilate and celebrate. Up till now, from where it talk this talk, it don't pass how many months them now. We take today with Famulem, where the Gambia, they still pay for this residential permit. Well, of course, Gambia are the place where that thing, where they call residential permit, they know a joke put up because now the side where they make the money most. But we all be done, I mean, anyway, people be done happy because not to me, Fatima Bio and the husband, where it talk until it come to pass before are happy. But other people, we trust in them, they don't come and jubilate happy about this information. But one thing I know for sure, the woman instead don't tell you, say, elect attention. The woman don't tell you, say, now when it talk, people embarrass at time, now the term it know say it still exists. Elect that one day. And somebody will like social media just for look for popularity and fame, it can do anything possible, it can come and talk for make people you know say, you don't come back to you don't come talk. If Fatima Bio they come tell we say, make we join them celebrate as him, go as an invoice, a man send them to Adam Abayo, where now the Gambian president, what they call caretaker for make he go talk to them. So we brothers and sisters them, where in a Gambia, then they lift up this payment of residential permits now the aid, so then they live in Gambia freely. Whilst Gambians, them back, they can't leave Salon freely. Okay, let me talk about Salon first. Salon, most of the people where they come from other country, we all know say they live there freely. Nobody they ask them. Then they will know. Because we your government, the people who put before, they allow the country to run like that. We are in what we they go to other man country. As
The
you can't do
capital city of Sierra Leone. Now waiting.
Freetown.
Make something free.
So this is not the problem. But when we they left Salon for going to other man country, you get just the way they pay you first for them. You first for them because they take the country serious. But since we get governments, people they all put before, when they come, they just consider of their own benefits. They not care about anything where they come inside the country for benefit the layman. So this woman say if you don't go talk to him brother, as I tell you, this not talk. If I not like the second time this today, they talk about him. Yeah. Up till now, as I talk to you, so we brothers they did it, they pay for residential permit. So if Fatima Bio they talk,
no,
waiting.
Not lie, they not they pay. They pay. But what I do, Lord just listen to one of the residents, you know, na that particular place there. Lord listen to one of the residents, waiting himself being for say with regards this particular thing. Because what I know, you the talk say then they still pay. But this woman here really come back and praise Fatima because he say they really know the pay right now. Lord listen to her quick.
Una good afternoon, all me people them. Me na citizen from Sierra Leone. I live na the Gambia. We first lady Trade bin kana the Gambia. He announced on Facebook. Say Sierra Leone them will live na Gambia. They know for make permits. Me people them where na Gambia. That is a big lie. Look at today. I go for me permits. Look am. Permit all Sierra Leoneans na Gambia. Then they pay permits. This na big lie, big scandal for the first lady say we were in a Gambia, we not for pay permit, don't can negotiate it. All man get on a Facebook, he go on here, he go on Facebook live, he say the people that were in a Gambia na they not for they make permits this year, na free for them. Then they were in a Gambia na big lie oh first lady. Left for make them big mots there, it not nice for we of people of Sierra Leone. Where they na Gambia, some people that don't glad in, they're not able for make permits, but where you don't can talk say, we not for make permit. This is my first time for can na live on Facebook for can give this reports for share. Una share this video. Let go all right round the world for say Fatima Bio can make false life na Gambia. For say, we waiting na Gambia, Sierra Leoneans, now they make permit this year. Look the permit, oh, look am. Now the permit this one go make. We they make permit, oh, this all over the world. Gambia people wey dey na here, Sierra Leoneans wey dey na here, we dey make permit. Not to free o. First lady no get that sabi dey. First lady no get that sabi dey for say Sierra Leonean wey dey na Gambia, they make not for pay permit. That in a false life for Fatima Bio left them big talk there yeah, for say Gambia wey dey Sierra Leonean wey dey.
Well, of course.
No. I tell you. I not tell you. I not tell you. Say the woman praise them.
Well, Famule, I don't get the proof for myself for say Shembe Pierre and my brother always keep talk about them people there. This not the proof. How we know they talk about them people there? You they suffer people them and then you they go back for go give them problem because it's not a problem. Like waiting this woman we call herself Fatima Bio. Don't come and talk on Facebook. So that's they make the Sierra Leone and them, or most of the Sierra Leone and them, where they live now the Gambia, no, they get time again for go do them permit. At the end of the day, if you don't go do this permit, police go arrest you. Now problem for you. And who that cause the problem now Fatima Bio because you don't come and give in word, in lie, na social media for say, you don't go negotiate with the caretaker na Gambia. So that one day we don't make proposal of people they ask first.
Know if na fraud this or not to fraud. You know what make they ask? We see the whole big program where really me as Siam, really the Gambians, the Sierra Leoneans, they been sign some documents and we don't know what kind of documents because we just see them and we even put on our channel. So I wonder now, what thing really happen? For saying that other thing they can't do or na fraud them fraud we. Waiting at this thing, we don't understand. Because me self Siam.
Me brother, let go help we. You know, this it just start like we don't follow inside water. You want drown, you know, sabi swim. Even then you knife, you the hold them, you will fish in a rope then you. You know, care again if you cut your hand. Now God again for help you, but then people there, now bunch of fraud people them, now bunch of crook people them. In fact, I they go to the extent and describe them for before 419. Because for anybody where they come out and talk something when not happen, and talk something when not lie, you not fraud, you not 419, you not crook. You know, me concern now is like what they talk. What about some people who not to get better understanding when a Sierra Leone and they want to live in the Gambia, we don't get this confidence say the first lady in man don't send for can negotiate and then time for go renew them permit or for go take them permit, they not go police go hold them. We they able know how many people them, the number of Sierra Leone right now go they under police custody in Gambia because of this permit. We don't know because this woman don't come and spread the message. So man go get that confidence. Say, well, since this woman don't talk, you don't do a last them. On the way or by the way, police go arrest them. We know where they go on to brothers and sisters right now in Gambia.
They say birds of the same feather, now then they fly together. If a man, can take a biogama come and tell we say all waiting in a manifesto don't done all. Then the next day, I don't know if he mistake or he forget, he go tell the physically challenged people and say, Unabia, and no say don't promise, but not all thing we able for doing a small. So I begin to wonder now, what me uncle they talk about?
No, but she be why for under. You know your uncle, not for wonder. You know your uncle. You sabiam. Paper when they put before and so it they mix up a box up. So what did they come on and eat?
Few days
why
ago,
not for mix up a box up?
Or a month or two ago, he go na Kenima. Yes, Usa he go launch that light business, and he tell people and say they get 24 hours lights. But as when he talks right to the people, they don't begin cry. They don't begin cry. We be tell them say that song where they get Madabio. We tell them say a cry song. They don't believe. Now they don't begin see them. After they promise them 24 hours light, take. In fact, they not done self, then begin get 10 hours blackout. So I wonder now exactly me uncle and me auntie day after. That's now I am not able to understand. But now then they give me bad name. They really give me bad name because I can always want to stand for them. I can always want for the promote them, make them, and they give good things about it. But the unfortunate say that they really disappoint me again, and again. Then they disappoint me. So I wonder now waiting really they happen with the country right now.
So the unserious part of it, for making really no say from the top to down, now on serious business the deeper. I feel here we get all Minister of Foreign Affairs, right? You not think that enroll this for play? Rather than Fatima for country, we say Emmanuel Sena for this or that.
We get High Commissioner Gambia. We get. So not to the minister enrolled that, the High Commissioner Gambia, I think they enrolled that one day. But guess what? Now this country here, we actually get High Commission. Okay.
I know what I see now.
All right. Thank you very much, Leone Star. Thank you very much. We still appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you. All right. So we move. And so we get this High Commission, but we find out, say, we they pay we High Commissioners them, we they pay we ambassadors them, but honestly, they not get work. Representative of the caretaker and then that one day. Like for example, when we get the US Embassy inside Riyadh, you know they see Joe, they come out na US for come and meet or for come ask for project. What did they do? Whatever they want for do inside the country, then they do and through the embassy. That is why then they pay them in a pure, real representative of Joe now we country. But we get a lot of representatives all over the world, but every day, ladies and gentlemen, will they continue for fly? I don't know, waiting at the reason. Why then they pay? It's like, then the waste we money for nothing. Then they pay this guy, then you know they do the work where he's supposed to do, represent the caretaker on the side. And we're not selling no go, but one time, you know, now for the go. And most of the time, if for the, I think say, when you say, I get ambassador, I get High Commission, now a pure representation of you. Please, not look this as one kind of way. Then say, God make we out of your image and likeness. That is why we know this here. Now if even God want help you, it use not a man for help you. So now that kind of structure that we look say, let we make a government. So if you don't say this na me representative, you mean say if properly and adequately they represent you. But I don't really understand what really they happen. Leone Star, thank you very much again. Thank you very much, Leone Star. Thank you. God bless you. You don't give me back another big thing where we call, how much is this? $5. Thank you very much. So this is now the thing where we really they try for watch inside we country where we're not able to understand. Yeah? But anyway, we move.
We fly, my brother.
You know, let me go inside the biggest distraction inside the country right now. We get for do with Columba, CLA.
I tell you how that man is topic.
Yes, CLA. Normally, na so people think. Let's go and talk about something the escape na ya. Yes, got it. All right, so now we they can go inside the issue of LAC again, small bit today, small bit no more. And basically, as then they draw and so other people themselves they draw. Although today we see like the foil and LSJ, yes, but they provoke them, that's what I will call them. So, but not to that one day. One of the people where I laugh when they talk about that particular thing day. Where he talk about say if you talk, I get what kuti why they pull na do for you. Now Sarah the great. He say if you talk, I don't know. He talked to them interestingly. I don't know if LSC and Sarah the relationship really, but the way how LSC talk, he say you if you talk I the pull na do bokuti but you. Well, we don't hear Sarah the great come and talk small bit. I don't know. Honestly, me I'm not listener. I don't know. But if you want for we listen quick, please let's just go quickly and listen to Sarah the Great. Yeah. Please continue for like and share the program. We come back just now.
Maklami Mustafakwas. It's I want for come key information to salon people as usual. Today, in a brief, news in brief. One thing that happen where people them when a salon people them they America, they want to come down the salon. Now today I don't know say now if you want to go salon. We go to salon embassy for visa, they say for take your card. Now make a way the other. So I go now and go say what the other card say look if I pay for your card $200. In fact, when they give the number, national number, they say we call it in New York, blah blah. What's it like? Paradang, what's here in Nangadef? Amaraja and Kalawa, Bilandang, and I want the now Gambia the person they talk to you. Say for keep $200 for yellow card. What they are doing daddy? But say they take yellow card is America for go salon. Not say the salon they take yellow card for go overseas. Other one. Then get salon people inside Dubai where they punish with sister them. When they use salon sister them, when they come out salon, then go Dubai. Then go down sleep with people picking them. Then go left them in one village in Dubai. Take all the money they catch in their hand and say, well, you see, I can't go make a document for let make work, in residential permit for let stay, or let no expire, then take that money there. Then foolish you, sleep with you, then mawi you, then every day. 80% of sister they won't go find the money. Now Dubai then they punish. Then get to one other guy at the beginning calling the name. In name Barry. Barry na habit dandy. And they put in picture the next hour they talk about Barry. Barry don't do plenty begin the show. Then they punish in Dubai. Barry, all the one that way you don't treat so the family they wait you in a salon. To go kande. What you can the amakakwe na CID. Now respond to me Pekin. Chocolate boy, LSC, Mr. Nice, Mr. Fine boy. Ayali, you the flamino talk. Me say, me are you no fumble. Me say this, me say that. But I want to make you know. I not ever deny that day. I say you, na me Pekin. I say you na me Pekin. You na me son. I know what, but they say you be done feeding me for 15 years. Great. Ask about Sharakud. I got one of the biggest production house in a saloon. You know how much people there they take care of? Anyway, you know go take care of me, Baba. You know me picking. But I tell you something. I'm not saying you don't see me as stretch and cleft a matter. But if na me own biological picking say biological one a born with a mechanical to God, a guardian case here are the still fight for justice. Not so you are the fight against though, are the fight for the bobo will die, cleft. I want justice for them. I'm not saying they feel offended, say, oh, boom, you papa back. Now they do me so, but you want come out to go, what can they do? You shall go get it down, you place in a stack on the subject. Now they do me so. That's it, and the college in like why? You know, be named the initiates. Not to you. Not justice I want for DJ Clef. And I still the team up. We need justice for Clef. Me? He said, got me proof? Pull up. Not afraid. Let me give the never tap a Clef in neck. Never. So, I tell everybody, say, I still team up for justice. You got it? If you don't got it, forget about it. Africa.
Basically, it just come and talks after normal, but I don't know what thing will be the back and forth. I think we don't come to the closing of that particular matter day. But I don't know if, except if Bible wants to say something on this. If not, we move to something very, we move to this same thing in another version.
The only thing we get for talk about LEC in issue like where you just mentioned, say we don't come to the end of that topic the way we did talk, but I think the same thing didn't be at. Like to me, I don't see the whole saga like saying I just set up something for just distract people them. So we know where we focus on the serious issues them, what we supposed to focus on, because LSC go call for your the way for your can respond. The next thing I call collabo, they begin call this, you call that. So me, I just see a distraction. I don't even get much interest again on that issue there.
Okay. Still, I think one of the most important part of this particular discussion now the journalist inside. The journalist way now being Seal Harold Smith, way then he refer to as the investigative journalist. Well, we all be know say now this man here so now be come up with this case here so. Well, in other words, not to like for say now he say power part for cover the case, but now him been begin for produce evidence, you know, as to who side then see DJ Clef in body and all of the things and they. Well, when LAC be they make mention, be they talk inside in video, they make mention of this. Let's listen quick before we carry it to the investigative journalist.
There I can see one journalist we get so interested in the matter. I don't really understand. If get so if they go the one journalist who is not Smith, get so interested in the matter against me. They go and they show that they OPR, they check everywhere, nothing was against me, return back to the station. So after that, they go lock me up, they go put me in a cell, they put everybody in a cell was. We be going a cell, we did it for some time. Now they say, let me go up, let me go day up, let them man they down. Because me, they don't get no evidence against me. Now the PRO for police go on social media. They say, una don't say una meet up woman, they do RESIZED blood. This anybody will sit down, they can't talk her. Because the man will not get anything like that they against her, which una they talk on social media. They say, they investigate missing person. After some days, now in that same journalist we're going to that place, now say, if you don't discover one body in Morrison Cemetery, that Smith guy, he said, discover one body in Morrison Cemetery, he meet dog there, they eat the body. Then Ebola team go take the body before he go bury her. He get the video, let the family go watch him if not they pick him. I want to let the family not take notes, the family they go watch the video, and they say not they pick him. How get tattoo in your hand. Now in the talk grab, they say finally they don't sacrifice DJ Cleft for money. So the social media artists, everybody begin for talk. So everybody forget about the 23 people. Everybody concentrate on me because they say I'm magicians. With the CID for some days, they go to postmortem, they go pull the body. When they pull the body, they wrap the body with car cloth. The car cloth they wrap the body with na maroons, something like maroons, maroon or red. So me back, that car cloth they put the body with, they wrap the body with, they pull and they cut on a station. And I say this now will put by the body. He say now that thing there will faint by the body. He say anybody get away get anything there. Now everybody say no, nobody no get anything there. Now I say me I get similar car cloth like the same car cloth here. But they na me owns, they na me compound, they cover me close to car with. They go na me compound, police go with me, they see me on car cloth. We come back. One policeman they will be there. When a chairman, what do they call a chairman, 38. And he say, other but one a magician, don't make all the car cloth appear here. Now they editing start. Now I change. I say, what you now they do so no nice. Not tell anybody ask me, when I carry the evidence on a pack, if anybody get anything like this way, Sabi. Now say, get similar car cloth like this. When I don't go see me on car cloth, so what they ask me for? They say, okay, Lord, forget about that. They have betrayed for vex. We forget about that. I still they up. Now news go up, say, me they lost, me they disappear. Then they go lock me in a cell. Who say there and I not secure. Now size man they go pull me the back. They lock me in a cell. I still okay. I didn't cell. We did it. Now they take technician. Then we go now host back for go sack me host new fresh. We go sack me host new fresh. Hold on, don't sack me host. Now show them say I get CCTV camera where I believe. When I in no more go save me by waiting on the go back. Let the CCTV camera prove everything right. So we go now me engineer room. I got about 12 the camera and 12 cameras. One day we point at the gate. One day we point by the swimming pool. One day we point by the security post. They don't go 3. And one day we point by the left, the wall, the left hand and the right. They don't go 5. One camera they will point at the kitchen because me staff them for they don't thief. It don't go 6. One day na dining.
We not basically want for listen to the whole episode of Waiting If Don't Say. We be just want to get some bullet things them out of Waiting He Say. But other people have been get certain things that they don't talk. I think Bible will be tell me what one other lady, right? Where instead of talk about the same camera business, where you say one camera, right?
Yeah. He pull an audio where maybe we will try for bring them for people if not today.
Well, you don't
where
say
it try for say where it try for tell people say if LEC they tell everybody say it gets almost cameras in host, then when they go there for go investigate according to the audio lady pool, it's in a one camera they mix the and they mix the blood now the pallor and they made a towel where they use for wipe or wipe the blood. So they don't meet 10 or 12 cameras as LEC, they speculate. So if they be there, meaning they be pull them before then they come do the investigation.
Well, this what you talk so it been there and then pull them. Let me go quick one and listen to Harold Seal, Seal Harold Smith. Let we hear waiting say. By the way, this guy now the journalist will be witness most of the things that will happen. Well, we discover this body of DJ Clef. Let me listen to what he been saying.
Listeners of Epic Radio FM 99.3. Okay?
Yeah.
Want to start with, make a clear the ear to LEC and inform them that of no point in time I not ever Sabi LEC, I not ever meet with them, neither DJ Clef. I only come in contact with them when the investigation mounted up. Okay? Number 2, in the area where LEC they allege so the police and thief in CCTV camera, I not defend anybody. Now me grave the talk for and I talk for my conscience. Okay? It's a blatant lie. That's a blatant lie, absolutely. It is not true. You understand? The day where LEC then Aberdeen police station. Okay, somebody? Hello?
Yes, we get you. Go on.
The day where been engaged, that was on the 31st of May. I just give a brief scenario for now.
Yes, go
because
on.
I will have to talk to the public on full details.
All right.
Somebody be supposed to come in engagement will not come on the 31st. Then on the 1st of June, it was on a Sunday. The person called me and said, see, I saw you unable to come your engagement. Now because my nephew go party, he go missing. Then I'm supposed to go meet the people in the Aberdeen police station. Okay? So on the verge of that note, I go to Aberdeen police station at around 5 o'clock. Then I hear somebody say, let me show one clip now we use. I say, yes, indeed, now me show that clip in a ways of an abandoned corpse, which of course by then I don't know saying a DJ Clef. And at that end, I've been the first person to really say, if I come across police and car with SLP 190, and from there and then the Ebola team come, headed by Andrew Kondo. Okay? So from that point, where we go to the monitor, I waited until they did the swapping. They finished the swapping, then I asked the Ebola team to open this motorcar close way I see, for make us see if I will get any evidence of that particular corpse. By then, the present AIG now, AIG TMLI, was the then LUC Congo Cross division. So I even want to ask him for interview. He said, but Smith, there is nothing to interview about this corpse. And I've been the data Ebola 1 year at this country. That was on the 25th of May 2015. Okay?
Yes.
Then from there and then, investigation begin mount and send pictures them to me of the tattoo of DJ Clef. After the tattoo, I got to trace and see and mark them. Waiting align at the picture and the same thing align on the computer. Okay? I moved to the police again. The police continue their investigation. Everybody go through and look and they say, yes, indeed. The first way they look for now in this because there was a sufficient evidence on the computer. Okay? Then they ask LEC for a hosky. Let you see Usai LEC, the life and the police. When they ask LEC for a hosky, now I say the hosky that so in driver with a fuller boy. That is Elias Fuller boy. Okay?
Yeah.
We try to look out for this Fuller boy. We never find him. Nothing that the full boy don't go interfere with the evidence in the oath. Then it take the key, it go left from the one fellow who gets saloon. Now the Aberdeen just opposite the cemetery wall. The police try to get that house in Kile, never get that Kile until 4 o'clock in the evening. On the God, when they finally get this post key, when they go inside and the police go inside alone without LAC, now we all go inside the house. The CCTV chamber was nowhere to be found because of the aware of in dubious game way, so he lost the chamber. Okay? That's done. The police then therefore quarantine this post. I think when I can recall there was a time where LAC they said Tifan and go Tifan host, but also not for Tifan them. One thing they do, why the police and the front, they get people they jump from the cemetery fence, go up in the back post. Go take close on away if the evidence for book court.
Yeah,
you understand?
I mean, with that allegation, they say not to be in Tifman. Are there proof or evidence for sure say it was not illegal breaking?
Those are all findings I did.
Okay.
I'm not going to defend myself in this because why? Me and not to classmates or neither not in the between a school for them a begin challenge or whatsoever. I am putting my record straight.
Okay.
And the time when they talk say and the police them I think for 40 million or not, that one I'm not a defender side. I don't want to talk about that side. You understand? At the talk of waiting me know. And I will make a clarity to the public say I get a video evidences of LAC. Also, I meet motor. The same way they say na a food store. It's a blatant lie. The carpet mark they will tell you so then the on wood carpet at the room. Up to the blood was given at the veranda. Take to the room outside the back of the room. Outside ball together them soak and them towel. When suspected to be a substance of blood. I have all those evidences. You understand me?
Quickly,
but now I'm not going to go further than what I don't explain so to the public until I get the final confirmation from the solicitors. Then I will come up fully to the public.
Yeah, Smith, quickly, with the evidence there as well, where they talk about the pictures and all. Are these also things where
I have video evidences of which I even asked LAC for that motor car there where I sit in on my plate and table in the presence of Dr. Simeon Roma, in the presence of retired AIG Lego. And other, I mean, in fact, I will definitely make it clear to you, say, there were some police officers that was in the favor of LAC. Also, I mean, they argued on the blood clot at the ground. Before Dr. Wilson, the same as retired Soko one say, don't talk about this. You are not the specialist to defend whether it's a dog blood or it's a human substance. Okay?
Yeah, quickly.
And one thing again, I want to let LAC understand carefully. Now, for make it understand, say, before the police then they enter another house, they don't keep the CCTV camera commode, they don't send him about the pull him. He knows the whereabouts of that CCTV camera chamber. Okay? I hold my peace for now. I will not comment up to the time I go to the grave. Where I go discover the grave of 4730. Now, Watalo, say I can't the house back. I went to the house twice. Okay? There was only empty cameras. There is no chamber. He stole them up from the house because of he want the evidence to dismiss.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that's now waiting the journalists say. And LAC not like this journalist because it particularly they tell we say these journalists get one kind of interest where you don't even understand. Maybe they just the envy them. So now you don't hear from the journalist, you not even be done Sabian before. Only waiting you know as a journalist, if you see something, you need for follow the story. He need for follow the story, how they uncover himself, how it unfold himself. So now that exactly he do. And the journalist be smart enough, forget all the evidence them, in all the videos them, and he say he still keep them. And the same way that they say, DJ Clef not to me host this and that, he say, then see the blood na the parlor, then see on the veranda, then see on different side. So this thing happen. And the camera where LAC they ask, say the police need for produce to them. Where we all been the try for say, come on, this if then go take the camera and this and that. Now the journalists don't make them to be very clear, say, this camera be not even the chamber. That's why they talk about the chamber. It basically they tell you, say, the base. Outside the information then the store, yeah. So what it happen? The crackers where you could just say the empty camera and then be just team up. The base outside the information in there. According to the journalist, LSC be don't send you about them. They don't go pull down there. They don't go to outside the one for go with them. So them tamper with the evidence according to Harold Smith. And the carpet, the other things them where LSC been talk about, it don't throw lights. You don't hear man, no need for go over again and again. So now you don't begin to see say LSC they always look for people them for draw inside this case for make no more it just gets more attention. Now we don't begin see say I think it not worth the salt anymore, in my opinion. Because anybody where he call say Namidi, like for example, yes we agree say Foyo say is Siam, but he say I hang out with Foyo throughout the night, I chill with him throughout the night. When you say I chill, we don't analyze this. It means say you deal with him throughout. But Foyo say I chill less than 30 minutes. I see him yeah, but not to even drive me. He say drive me, go drop me. That is another argument will be get. But it's like anybody where LSC the call, this person gets other version of what they talk. Now, these journalists don't say, I have this evidence, I still have them. Yeah? So let me see. Waiting will get for happen. And it waits now for address we publicly. Because you know Solomon the address now. So by the way.
So this not the reason where yesterday I tell people say we really need to be careful how we enter into LSC in case because we Sierra Leoneans them are still a repeat them. We quick for carried away. And with a yek we quick for Kapu. What did that one they mean? When this LSC saga begin, this short time, when it come on in your live, you can't talk things them, we get several people already convinced say na lie the lie by LSC. Even when they present this issue, just by waiting then they talk, not to we talk, so man they come now the comments and bash at we. This now the reason why I be use a word now I say if LSC be me party or me family member, I for advise them strictly not for say anything where they don't pull us to make it dumb, full. If things are not so in doing, make it wait like God fed for her. If now in doing again, make it pray for forgiveness. Forgiveness, sorry, right? Now when something they happen, the people them all the way you they attack. You forget for no say some of them people here then get evidence. I've been telling you say me Babuye and Shem Bepie, we not to judge. So some of we want judge's case make Allah forgive we. The police now then therefore do arrest. Then they start the investigation, then prepare the files, then charge the matter to courts. Courts they start from dawn. Then send you up high courts. If they're not able, forget all the evidence what they want, or the case they feel say, not a case, where they for judge done, then they send you up high courts. High courts, they continue that case, they get a more evidence them for convince, say, waiting and bring it for not true. I mean, tell me yesterday, say, if the court will get a mandate for investigate matter and charge, sentence you to prison, then don't come and say the evidence where they don't gather for LSC, it don't do for them, it don't convince them for say the acts where they allege say LSC do now in doing. What they do next? Then charge them, go prison. Not only charge them, sentence to death by hanging.
By the way, whatever name we want for caller, we not for forget say this man a convict. Elect how we talk him now, a convict. Waiting that they mean. Then convict him, then find him guilty the court. Not to me or whatever. Then say evidential proof. Yeah? Things then where they bring them together for able for trace. And all of the evidence then they lead to LSC. According to that is why all of the jurors them and the magistrate or whatever the judge will be in that same day find them guilty and then sentence them. They not only sentence them to life imprisonment, they even sentence them to waiting death. So notice a LSC na a convict. Na person where they don't convict. Na person where they don't find guilty. So whatever now. So now we see draw, you draw here, me draw here, you draw here, you call this, me call this, you call this, you call this.
So Shembe Pierre, LSC na
forget saying he's a convict.
So LSC na defend it draw at this point. If we then pull LSC, we sabi people them.
Because I think it wants let people let it be more important to the waiting. We know the draw conclusion, but if you listen keenly to waiting these journalists say, and not go say I get evidence where evidence they know they. Because I know.
But if I tell you say, it even gets videos.
And that is right? The most powerful evidence when somebody can get.
Good. Good. So for say I they deny, Shembepe can't give evidence against me. No, Shembepe and somebody go pay away can't talk this. But when they play a video of waiting Bible do, where Shembepe can't testify say na Bible do, right? But I won't argue. The video, you're not able to argue on a video. And the more this nigga they talk, now the more people will know this case, they bring more evidence. So me I feel say if anybody where they close to this bobo or this man, where they benefit from and where they can cost people of this talk or the talk, the best thing before you come and burn your time for come online and cost people them, use that same time there. If not type in the type to LSC, type and advise them say, my brother or my friend, sit down, like we don't go sit down.
I see something. Somebody post say, for let you sure say LSC not even sabi DJ Clef, you not ever sabi him. You not even sabi calling him, he call him DJ Cleft. So I wonder now.
Now lack of pronunciation
get for do with sabi. But if me grab I begin say Bible Rech. It means I not sabi. Huh?
Maybe you have phonotized.
Exactly. DJ Cleft. Something I cleft so you want call. Anyway, hit the like button and share the program. Now let's go small bit inside money business. We understand say we domestic debt. In other words, the money where the government don't trust to business people them inside, pan debt and rent, other things them all. The money where government get for pay to business people them inside we had don't span up to 10 trillion leones. Okay. The foreign debt self the kicking on game. But before this whole thing come, this is now one of the things that we caretaker been talk about. Say they want to make sure say then correct. You know, the kind way how they depend on foreign money, the way how we know able to manage the economy, how the debts and just the kick them game. These are things that we want for make sure say it puts in place so that we not go to suffer. Now listen to a quick one when anybody do a debate, presidential debate. We come back just now.
We have a serious problem with our economy. And to deal with this problem, we have to introduce some discipline in the way we spend the people's money. First is expenditure control. The APC government has been spending like drunken sailors. They'll spend, the SFPP government.
Donor dependency. We'll start with retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. You have 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. We have a serious problem with our economy. And to deal with this problem, we have to introduce some discipline in the way we spend the people's money. First is expenditure control. The APC government has been spending like drunken sailors. They'll spend, the SFPP government left a reserve of over 5 billion leones and a foreign debt of about $250 million. As I speak to you, I'm just confirming what you said. We have a foreign debt of about 1.6 billion today. And of course, that tells you there is no reserve at all. This sort of reckless spending on the part of the government has created serious challenges for the people of this country. We have to introduce stringent measures. We also have to mobilize domestic revenue. We have to stop excessive tax exemptions due to waivers. That way we can create the savings necessary to support the government to pay for some of the essential services instead of having to depend on other countries or development cooperation partners to fund our own existence as a government. There is excessive expenditure on foreign travels. There is also a lot of use of foreign exchange on contracts within the country. These are things that we have to stop. So apart from mobilizing domestic revenue, we also have to make sure that we diversify our economy to be able to have more sources of revenue. And I have identified tourism as one of those areas to create more bases to diversify our revenue base. We transform the agriculture sector by certain policies to make sure that these productive sectors add up to our revenue base. I am going to seriously take action in the fishery sector so that we can have more revenue.
Okay, I think Dan then adjust the start with this, so now for able for draw some kind of, you know, good foundation for let we see who side with the go. Basically, we talk about debt, yeah, and when we talk about debt, it get for do it rent, it get for do, for example, you know, say we talk about $50 million where like for example the government get for pay to car power shipping.
Yeah.
Okay. Then with other things then. So basically, this one we will classify, I don't know whose side we could classify, but at the time for bringing that kind of example to you. So government take me business, yeah. If for pay me, not pay me it. Government give me contracts. If for pay me, not pay me it. Government, you know, spend per light business. If for pay, not pay me it. Government this. All of them one and day. When you put them together, then say the couple where we governments get for pay from 2019 to now, it don't come out from 4 point something trillion to about 10 point something trillion right now as we talk about the debt. So you see, like every other day, this guy they raise up. Every other day, this guy in the kicking game. Every other day, we see different figures them where they come up. Okay, what in that they mean? Let me go quick one and see the thing where we try to talk about. Let's just take small time and give you some few figures when we see, yeah, with regards this particular I call them this particular come on debts. Yes, this particular debt where we talk about too right now. So let's just see this thing quick. Let's just see and go inside this thing quick. Fine. So let's read this thing here. Then say the Sierra Leone debt. Basically, the domestic debt what they talk about, so it just go up. In 2018, now 4.5 trillion leones. Sorry, in 2017, running down to 2018. Then to 5.6 trillion leones inside 2018. So to 6.65 trillion leones inside 2019. To 10.6 trillion leones inside 2020. Okay, now you see. The take-home word where I take from caretaker BO is say the last government they spend like drunken sailor. Then get what they refer to as reckless spending. That means that they just spend like they know day. That is why we be don't reach to a debt like they kind of day. Yeah, what they talk. In fact, before in that, it don't kick your own game past this one right now. It just be going every day in the ad. And in this manifesto, yeah, on this debate, it tell we say. It's not the able pan foreign money, but every day you see them they go in and out for foreign money, and then they even dance say, hey, this don't give you money today, this don't give you money today. Now, let's give you something where are able for see again, yeah, quickly, yeah. We find out say, let's just take something. We go beyond on how they call this thing. We basically they below capacity. Let's give you something. What do they talk about? Let you understand, yeah. Let's read this one. They say generally. The government debt, let's explain in this other way, yeah, as a percentage of GDP is used by investors to measure a country's ability to make future payments. Basically, what they do, when they talk about the debt, yeah, then they measure into what you get. The way you say the GDP, yeah, gross domestic product, what you be able for generate inside your country, what you sell, what you buy and sell inside your country, all of them things you produce them. Yeah, what did they make? For example, you go say the juice the way they make, the agricultural sector, I call this all again, the tourism sector, all of the one and the way they talk about. When you say diversify the economy, the mining sector, all of the income where they get, yeah, now the gross domestic products, what do you get, what do you able for generate within your country? Then say when they look at, yeah, when you say government debt, they calculate them to the percentage where you they get from this GDP. You can see always and say GDP. They kind way out with GDP don't go, GDP don't follow, GDP don't this, all of that. So now the investors them, yeah, they able for look that one and say, okay, now like business, what you they get? If I get 5,000 leones, yeah, where I want to us, almost are they get in return, or almost me the able for work, where I go able for pay back this 5,000. So some side where you go for go trust money right now, then they ask you say, almost you work. They say okay, then they pay me 5,000 leon per month. Then you want go trust 10,000, they begin watch. Then who say you go get this other money for pay? So all of that, then they use that for measure the country ability for able for pay future debt then. And this again, they say it affects the country, the way how it among the way how the country they trust, yeah, and the kind bond where the government they able for get. So it not only means when they say the domestic debt on this, it is tell on we because for example. Like the car powership, by no means the car powership go afraid for able for trust with government because if $50 million dollars, we don't able for go to like $50 million, they will begin watch now say how the government will pay this thing fast. It is tell on then people and their own business. Let me go for example. You get the one way they supply stationaries. Yeah, like them pen, them book, them ruler, them paper, them where they print with, them typewriter, them printer, computer, all of them things and they, yeah, they electronic equipment and they. I don't go take $50 million of that you business day, then I'm not able for pay. It is tell on me business, it is tell on the relationship. Because now at the take and say, if you don't take this money, you not able pay. You want come back for can't take. How it go work? I think one of the person then we been get that kind of quality then you know can we can sing and then he give. And anybody who want turn you know can not ready for better in a life. You know that you know can this serious person because that's why we call him. This person inside the book where they call Things Fall Apart. When I be Okonko, I think Okonko Ion Papa. If you read that kind of book, now that kind of failure, it's just the trust every other day. So I just try for let you understand. So now you see how the debt they bump. It's just the bump. And the bank governor, they tell you every day say in this strategize because of the interestingly the bank governor tell you about the reckless spending of the government. Because of the reckless spending of this government, make it decide for put things in place for let things go forward. Okay, we move, Bible.
You know, the problem most of una get, una know they ever praise this government, who we call pauper. The way, especially you, they analyze about this government, you just they analyze in your own interest for give the government bad name.
Okay.
Other people with the feel say will be the best person for the talk good things to them for this government as caretaker, you'll be your uncle.
Okay.
One thing for sure, when we know, caretaker be your government, all the way to the inside the manifesto, they don't done it from A to Z. It even jump Z. When I Z. And then the APC government, they spend money like a drunken sailor. What do you want to know first for SNPP there? Well, I don't know if the PC will they live on jargons, the big terms them. For any time where they take over government, where they want to destroy and loot the country. Now, big terms them in small centers, then they catch past 4 or 5 big terms them for convince people that we don't understand. So you know they even know waiting and they try for talk. For any time where they want for dupe, we Sierra Leoneans them. Then they use book, then they use big quotations them, big terms them, big English them for halaki this country. This video play for you now during the 2018 presidential debate. And then we all when they hear small English. We hear it waiting B.O.B. talk at that time. Where it not even near waiting it they do right now. My brother don't tell you, don't bring you some measures them where if you don't able to understand self, you understand because of that. Now it could make sure for put a program now the lowest Creole version. So that man at village, yeah, they able to understand what thing they go on at the country. You know, sometimes that for current students on social media will begin to talk big English and not the help people there. Because now they say big English I don't destroy this country like today. But some of the companies when they say they don't go to school, sometimes when they can't take over governance, the country they better small. Although they say they get their own mess with they do. But people they say it better small. But this particular power bio for me, now the worst regime ever in the history of Mama Salon. And we don't know it all. Because Bakuti they will cover, Baku couple they only way embezzle, we cover, Baku debt they will some knock up it all. Now where they were, if we the Sierra Leone people feel say the next if I will pull them in power, now the terms of documents they get for car up, where me and you go sit down Butu aid what are they one we are. But I tell you I tell you the facts. Salon, this bio regime don't put we backward 3 steps or 4 steps back now this country. When I don't hear the figures them way we understand about me, but I don't analyze them to you. But as I tell you, we get for a more and thing is say the manifesto they don't conquer them from A to Z, they even jump Z. So if any letter the way one bottle go put the Z, we don't know.
Bible, you know, sleep with customer.
Hey, what happened?
I mean, they feel so we begin talk, so you help me for talk for me uncle. But now you just don't come up me now. You don't go do other thing. No, enough fair. Sometimes they will get for talk for me uncle as well. Now I'll tell you some of the good things. Then okay, sometimes you go say na bad things. Then. You see this with me uncle yeah. He get plan and aid, but he not sabi how for put them for let people benefit.
And you did not the advice them.
And the advice I know they listen. Now post it tell like we tick book na yes. Let me tell you this thing. My uncle say the last government been just the travel, just the paper, use money pan for in travel. The pot called kettle black. He said the last government them pay attention for overseas travel and oversee projects them, expenditure, this and that, contracts them. My brother and sister them, una no be honest. This na my uncle they talk about. I love them and I honestly want for make them understand something. This man, people they don't faint and say the travel say not even the country no more oversee, even the foreign journalists then they ask about in travel. If they take and make fun, then they ridicule all. In fact, now I come back and tell you say, ladies and gentlemen, they continue for fly.
Fly.
Now, all the fly we say the fly. Now one get it can tell about $20 million. Well, we don't get $20 million. We don't get, and then they can begin to prosthetic legs then and all of them things. Then they come on, boy, big up. You get for now for kick you game, eh? You really get for now for kick you game. Most of the things that we talk, the depth the way they talk about how, in fact. Interestingly, I like this talk. It tell we say, when you get a debt, it simply means you don't get nothing that you deserve. So, in other words, if we get any kind of bomba, babala, bele, or balabala debt there, it means we will not get nothing that you deserve.
No, stop. Shebe, stop. You get for praise. If you don't have praise, you take care of yourself. You know, una salon people, una not good. Una not no good person. Una not no good leader. If you don't want praise, you take care of yourself. You get for praise and now say, no, you go wake up now, you bed now morning, you say, no, Kiatekabio is trying.
Thank you very much.
He's trying.
Yes.
It don't mean say because he go take that money no day.
You get for basically the gap na money because make you always the do am. Tell and say, Kiatekabio, you don't try, sir. Thank you very much.
It don't mean say because Kiatekabio go take debt, money no dey na the coffer. The one wey dey na the coffer, I just want to reserve them for continuously they make the country like paradise, like they make us so light they flow, water they flow, rest price they down,
the thunder wey dey for slap
no problem.
The thunder wey dey slap him out. E no dey press up o, e dey pump for let in leg there. Let them go tick because when the pack kick na him out. You know how they dislocate.
Lord talk behind the camera. Lord talk behind the camera. Lock the mic. Okay. So sister admin, because you could go pastor man.
By the way, don't tell him thank you. Give me $20 just now. Thank you very much.
I know they tell him thank you because don't begin to provoke me. Say anybody don't begin fight back. I can't sick. I know tell him thank you.
I don't lock the mic.
Two. Your uncle is try. You go for the talker. You know what I mean? They know they you lock the.
And the good thing now about what they do. I then say they try. Now so it draw the fraud we receipts then. You know, if I not to receipts, people are receipts them.
No, then they na mistake, not to do another hotel.
No, not to like you not get no answer. But according to the scope say it do in consultation with them inside the audit report. So me uncle the fraud in web the fraud, they all get receipt problem. It cheat people, it change people the receipt. When they ask now the people, they're not to the same receipt. They don't ever give them kind of receipt. It fraud the people where they go sleep to, where they go visit for go big then. It fraud back the country. Anyway, Bible alone waste time on this. Open the mic, look.
Open the mic.
I'll open more this mic, not leak let people hearing.
It not leak, they not hearing nothing. Nothing they not hearing.
Okay, please, if you there with me, hit the like button and then we move. Now let me go to something very important again. As we talk about debt, yeah, we don't hear about debt. Then still they spend money for make money. Let me listen to Booker Washington, bank governor. We only know how to manage economy, how to manage the bank of Salone through book, but practically you don't get any idea. Let me
the
listen.
Only chap.
Huh?
I said the only chap in this beer.
Wetin Fatima been talk about the one they will get degree, the masters, PhD na the government. Is it not the most
educated full them?
Yes, now the most full man them, na educated full man them. Because they say they get paper, but they not sabi put it into practice. Let's go quick and listen to this one of them.
In the not too distant future, Salone will get a new currency that we'll call the new Leone. So a 1,000 Leone note now, the new Leone will be 1 Leone. And the size of the new Leone will be smaller than the current Leones we get. One, again, for transaction purposes. With currency too big relative to other countries, people not even able carry in a wallet. And so we are going to go to the international standard, make the Leone smaller to fit the international standard. But also it lowers cost for us. We dey spend too much money on printing money because we get these oversized notes.
You say the 1,000 leones, where we now go down change them, go to 1 leones. We get different currencies, then we get to 1,000 leones, we get the 500 leones, we get the 2,000 leones, we get the 10,000 leones. What thing go be the faith and how then go they after this process?
Then all go get the same. Will they print a new Leone of 1 Leone, which will be 1,000. There will be a new Leone for 2 Leones, which will be 2,000 now. Then we'll get a 5 Leone note when at 5,000. We will get a 10 Leone note when at 10,000. And we will get a 20 Leone note where it will be 20,000. For make people they're not confused, will they keep the design of the old notes and the new notes the same? So if you see that green new note, you go know say this is not the 10 new Leones note, which is equivalent to 10,000 Leones.
Whose value this gets
on
the economy?
One, it will reduce the transaction cost where households and business people they go through for care money go. It will reduce the risk. You go in a bank now, many people they tell we say then go in a bank, then they're afraid for let them come out with all that money, then they follow them. So that will reduce the risk of those things happening. But more importantly, it will provide a psychological boost. That's what has happened when countries then don't redenominate. It provides a psychological boost to the people of the country saying, we economy the better. And therefore, they will work hard to make it happen. And if all of those things happen, then the gains that we have made so far will continue. As I said, we will begin. One of the first things we have been want to do as governor, now for redenominate. We have not been for able to do them in a time when there was rampant inflation, when we been get fiscal indiscipline, government they just spend money. I had to put all of those things in check before I believe that the time is right. And the hoarding of Leone also created an incentive because it became unsustainable. At the charter plane for bring money, spent a lot of money as a kind of loss. We cannot continue this. So now we get new Leones, you wait don't go keep the old Leone, you go face and count.
So, Bank Governor, now we look at the dollar rate as it is. $100 now almost 1,080,000 Leones na the market. This plus other inflation issues. Whose role this new money go play?
The number of zeros where you get on the money, we economists we just call a numeraire. Now just, you can reduce the number of zeros or you can add the number of zeros. What thing that determine the value of a currency is the productivity of the people of that country. Now, where we do redenomination, what thing don't happen in other countries is that where you redenominate, people the psychologically feel say their money get value. And therefore they are going to behave in a way where the currency go appreciate initially. But if you not keep sound economic policies, if you not keep the productivity of the country up, you go back to Usa you been there. I believe say this is not the right time for Leo to do this because mining is coming up. There is quite a bit of investment in agriculture going on and all of that stuff. We're going to reduce our demand for foreign currency for bring in rice and other things. And so this is not the right time.
When Salon people go see this new money come to the market?
When we're ready.
How soon will go ready?
The law say we forgive the country at least 90 days notice. When we're ready, we go announce the money go come on this day.
But we not get a specific day as it is.
It not make sense for that, I tell you now.
What in the processes then are we on now for change this money?
We don't make the order for let them print them and print the coins.
How soon will we see the currencies?
You want to ask the same question in many ways. I am not going to tell you that. It don't make sense for that, I tell you. When we're ready and we want to inform the public, we go say on day so and so will they begin the conversion. But for now, it's not wise. Just as it's not been wise for that, even talk about this.
All right, so basically, this now waiting it been get for say. Then don't order. It say then don't order. By the way, I'll tell you something. This not what today. So the question we may ask now, how long it take for let the order? Okay, for let them print the country money in the past 2 years. This interview, they've been doing inside 2020, towards the end of 2020. Okay, that's the way money problem be. The way it say the one can redenominate, the one can resize the couple. So the one no 2021 don't go. Now 2022. Okay, before we touch into that one day, let we see something back quick here. Because somebody tell we say this term where we talk about so now the worst we don't ever get in terms of we country economy. In fact to waiting we undergo right now as liquidity. What do you mean by liquidity? It basically they try for talk say, like where the one they say austerity. This then they civilize the world. It means say we they run out of cash. We don't they run out of cash. Better thing not they exist in the country. Okay, for let we not waste energy on that. Let me listen and quick before we talk about inside.
This issue of liquidity crisis now one way native country to very, 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 very concerned over. It come na yaso, Professor Kalon. He get time. When I ask him, he said the 15th of January. We don't write letter after the 15th. I think we'll later meet around the 17th or so. He said the 15th, he said the first consignment they come. Now, after that 15th day, the 15th, he failed. He get interview also with Umo Fofana na BBC. He said the February, he give another time of February. Then the back fail. Now, let me just tell you the implication. One, it don't land with economy to a whole lot of embarrassment. You see, this economy, now one way, even during the 11 years old protected, we never get liquidity crisis like this. Between 1988 to 1990, where this country go to one of the worst economic depression, we government for pay salary per month. When in fact, now one of the antecedents to the war, we set the stage for the war, for let them fire the first shot to Bomaru because of livelihood issue. We not get this kind of economic crisis. So if I can really land with your belief on this bank governor, now yeah, I ask the bank governor. He said he don't order money for 2 years. He also say the Thomas de la Rue, the printing because of the corona. But the question they ask, Power letter will ask to them, why make now all of Africa during this corona. In the height of the corona self, between May to August, no country not see this kind of liquidity crisis na salon no more. Then you also go further for talk say, he say how now some particular people and they make withdrawal without any words, any concomitant deposit.
So you don't understand now, eh? According to Abu from Native Consortium, basically the try for tell we say this now the worst period where we don't face. Even the time where we dey inside Yagba, where you say this na Jonta, this na interregnum, this na Revo, whatever name you want for call them, yeah? We don't ever face that kind of system in day. From after the war, this na the worst liquidity crisis where we dey face na the country. It means say per money business, per corporate business, na the worst this way we don't ever face. But the thing where they baffle me, where they worry me, where they yagba me, where they make her they shake like half from na bottle, now because this government they get money nearly every day, whether not trust or na give them free, because every day they again they say World Bank give we grants, EU give we grants, this give we millions, this give we billions, this give, but with all them couple they look at the domestic debt. With all them couple they are, look at the way how money business trying at the country, but yet still, it is cool, it is fine, it is amazing for those waiting at the top of the position at the ladder. But one thing we know, inside politics, where you did it, you get for no say, and people and vote for you. Where you go up, you know for pit or look the one the way they done by the eye. Because when election time become, you get for come down back, come meet them, say, how now they do. Waiting they happen. Now then 10 and then we can see, then they go even at the worst slum area, then they go even put the hand inside person where they eat. Sometimes a poto, sometimes pan peel, they put the hand inside they eat, forget what he want from it. After that one day, they will turn to class again. So imagine the kind of way how the economy they go. Imagine waiting caretaker be all talk. Imagine waiting the JJ Safa they all be strategized. Waiting the Imran Silla, waiting the other people them been the talk. Waiting the Keketoma been the talk. Violent campaign time with regards how they want to manage the economy. Interestingly, on the 3 years anniversary, we caretaker say, I'm unfortunate because waiting the see what you didn't do with what you can meet inside. Now two different things. But we find out, say, now, then talk about debt, for example. Yeah? Then the first time is inside 2018, when they come, the APC government be don't dig hole. The APC government be don't wreck the country. 2018, the one on 2018 don't pass. 2019, one on 2019 don't pass. Inside 2018 from it up 2019, before APC come out, they get about $43 million where them be get from external grant and other things then. 43 million. When they come inside from 2018 to 2019, they get about $350 something million where they come inside. It means say if APC be don't wreck the country, it don't do for let them lift the country up. Like what they mean say, they come for hit the ground running. It don't do for let them run past Usain Bolt. But unfortunate say, now like plaster bites, as them for done at the ground. If you are super glue, then be at the ground and then fix them fast in day. If today you NDP no can tell we say the government lack the skills, the ability for implement project. Now yeah, you NDP tell we say then they give copper to the government, but they know they implement the project the way then they give them the copper for. When they ask them, they say this, then they take the money, then begin do the thing the left and they, they go non-side. You get other people, you get World Bank, we tell we say this government here, they lack again the know-how for able for move. We hear you JJ Safa, it come and tell we say what is missing in the presidency is the delivery part of it. What in that one they simply means, even JJ Safa well aware say the presidency, I mean from the top, the office of the president take handle, they know the deliver. He say the delivery part of him now missing. He said he says so. But all can I tell you something? We don't see a lot of people for Sabi do business and for go do business are two different things. I can get 100 million leons right now. I say, hey, I don't get this money, I can't do business. I'm not Sabi how for turn 2 to 4. The money just dey come. How are they go now? So the money just dey go. It just dey find your way out. You get this, not take offense, but you get this full man, for example, when he charm in cola, it is starving himself. He get just 5,000. And he begin buy in trade. Yeah? He begin sow karanke. From there, he don't get in quarter shop. Outside he begin sell bread, sugar, tea leaf. Before he mara, he don't get big shop. Outside he sell provision. Before he mara, he don't get big shop. Outside they begin supply people in. Imagine when you get 100 million. I be sabi somebody where after this jam up now we country, he begin fry cake. Now abacha street cake. Before they say Jacko Cotier, he don't get big shop. Now big business woman where they really supply other people now. Because what happen? He get the sabi, he not get on a book, but he get them practically how to put them into real use. But for can't talk jargons, for can't talk big story pari, begin explain, cry this down, praise yourself. They say self-praise, no recommendation. These guys come with a lot of things. If you look at the manifesto, if you look at the package where they carry it, beautiful thing. We fall for them. We fall. We say they go can't able to make things so smooth for we. And they even tell we, say APC spend recklessly. They even tell we, say the last government don't wreck the country. They make the people then suffer. They left rest 60,000. The last government left rest 200,000 leons. As we talk so right now, ladies and gentlemen, almost for us. So now you see the kind practical things where they bring to you as example. For say, I go do business, and for say, and for sabi do business are two different things. Not on money they do business. Now you sense. Look for example, the Facebook, or what you say Meta right now. Yeah, the mark. They start from nowhere, students. But when they get the idea, they put things together. And now, who's social media network where they make more reach the Facebook family, the Twitter, no sorry, the Facebook, the Instagram, call them the WhatsApp. Who's one? In as much as sometimes some of them not to them develop them, but they're able to incorporate them, take them, buy them in because they get the money. But we country, 2018, we cry. The last government don't wreck. We all say yes, that is true. That is why we not start this program because we feel say yes, the last government wrecked the country. We wait then. We wait and wait. 2018 or 2019 come. We still listen no hey, the last government. Waiting this now. When you get sense, you know they say carpenter waits are being work. Not the first meeting tool. Me brother, come inside.
About it, left again.
Now I cannot elect for start. I can just let you talk because I'm not you are but this question.
You take the plate, you dish the food, you eat all the worst food away for left, we don't eat away, they can't take the plate. But I'm not sure it's left again. But anyway, you know, say we connect. The problem with Professor Kalon, if you come and talk to me like say we don't understand, as I be telling I see them fit say them book where they learn, now they take for dominate people them in most of the things the way they go on in the country. And we come at that time and tell you it again for tell you, give it 2 dates. He give it the 15, no work, he give it February, he no work up to now. Now that February we pass, so we not see nothing. Yeah. And then in my brother's statement, Shembe Pierre, he usually say, then people had the same money, not they, but now they come and they jubilate, say money don't come from there, they dance, this type of money, they see their money. One, how will they see their money? When now we hear the alleged say chief minister single-handedly dupe an amount of money, they're not able to investigate them, they go free. How we expect their money the day when now we hear when they call Fatima Bio, Pamboku money business, they're not able to investigate them. Today, we don't get results. How the money are they able stable? When one great minister, they take plenty money, go keep on in host. Now we see videos they go around. When people they take money from the bank, then they go put them, now they cash them. Then they go put them there, foot rubber there, what they call barren. How the money they steady? How we feel say them people are them money and they able to use them for waiting. We don't have partners them they give the money for and other organization them. Where them people they are one great man and they take almost millions or billions he go keeper or he go do what they do. How them money are they stable? Where we caretaker, what they can do right now until tomorrow he come on a power where some of una they bet on a finger and see the things that whatever they do for destroy this country. But now you they get heartless Sierra Leoneans them. When they think Sierra Leone, when they think about picking their future tomorrow, then they come and argue senselessly. As then your woman self when a Fatima Bio, we don't come and describe them or define them, say they're not educated fools them. Me people them, how will they expect their money for stable? Then they use their money as set the members of parliament, they mock them right now the house. Now here we hear it say, they say one of the members of parliament and give them money for go develop their constituency or for go implement some project in their constituencies them. Then take the money, then they eat them. Some members of parliament, some MPs them, for more than vote for themselves. They don't ever go to their constituency again for go say thanks to the people away, vote them in. That's all don't make them all on turn mumu at the House of Parliament today. The one they official them for talk, they're not able to talk because the SLPP BO government, they use all their money for set their mots. How will they expect their money for be implemented on the things them where we don't know partners them on other organizations that they give the money they say we are going to use another country for? No way, no they their money me and you they will benefit to. The only people right now they benefit on their money now that linked to the government, minister now, honorable councilor, brother, sister, to be now then the benefit. Me and you, where they go and cost, me and you, where they go and this, that, where door clean, cold rest not in our pot for it. We know the benefit, bubble, but we still know the use we aid for know what they do. We know they use them. For modern people who have candlelight, they don't pass the reality. You know, hide. You know, hide. Look the last thing they do. Say now, no, aid and tell on the census. All them tell they use money no more. World Bank come and say they know they support. They're not just saying they do it and they do. What's on that piece why they put money? Now the money they owe people that they give for develop the country that they take and use for some of them things they are. So how we expect their money for reflect on the country? Anyway, we brought arrest me case.
Okay, so
the truth. Now in the last.
Plenty people they say let me open line. We not going to open line. Tomorrow na Wednesday and na blow mind. Tomorrow we know they take one specific topic with the left hand for you for come and talk about all of the things that we don't happen from where this month begin. Say to the territory it don't end so. Waiting at the things them where you feel say you want for talk about, where you feel say for fan idea for. Now then thing they want for talk about. And tomorrow 3 p.m. saloon time. And on Thursday we they come with concerned Sierra Leoneans them where they can talk about different things again. Like the police brutality, the kind way how things and they go on at the country way really, really wrong. That one they go come on Thursday na net, yeah? The normal time where we come and do we program we na we yard, yeah? 9 p.m. saloon time. Well, I want to tell you thank you. You don't come, you don't like, you don't share, you don't comment. And you will just come and watch. You're not able to do any of the above. We same way so they down for you. We love you so much. Thank you very much for we don't come and tell we all sorts of things. You don't explain so we don't follow the program, you don't like everything. And so yourself we don't come tell we say we are fools, we are APC fools, we are APC this. We thank you very much. God bless you. We love you all so much. One day you will get for no say. We know one day gets party card na APC. We not concerned and we not get interest for promote APC. But rather the people, we tell you say 90% of waiting the happen na the country, na about the government. What will they talk about here? Na about the government. Because now them they in a position of trust. How on earth I go they come for talk about APC where they're not to duty bear as them. They're not to vote control as them. Yeah. So 90% get for do with the government. Now they will be hold to accountable, and it's all about democracy. That no means they talk about APC. By the way, I'll tell you something about that. Something they will make a laugh. You know, then they talk about this age business. You know, APC then say they want for let your youth be 40 years or so, something like that one day. Can you imagine? Where the universal declaration, universal law, they try to talk about 15 to 35 years of age. Where we say we ready for pack bundle for come out from youth for going to the proper life Now in some man them, you know, I go to one village, they call it Nyandehum Babu. Nyandehum Babu. We go watch like the village, they get one big rock, like the mountain, under the breeze, they come out, the fresh breeze. If you put leaf safe now, so it flies so. I'll go to that village. Because then they go do cleansing ceremony. So I go there as a journalist for go cover. I enjoy the breeze and all of them things and they start inside it up the hill. Nothing grow there. So then they see that kind of place in a superior plus. When you go, you ask, say, when the youth leader, the youth chairman, my brother, if you see the youth chairman where they come out, and then they come on to different, I just make reference to that one day. Yeah? If you see the youth chairman, my brother, he all the whites in it. So I dey wonder if na this kind youth,
test. Now you test.
I dey wonder if na this kind youth na APC themselves want. Abeg bo una give the young man them chance, let them grow. Who that na youth, let be youth. Who that don't pass youth, abeg let go up. Yeah, let go make your own life day. Abeg, who that na youth, una give am chance, let become youth. Yeah, but gladly they agree to APPRC and the APC they don't able to adopt the draft constitution. They don't agree. And it means say then they move on now, yeah. By the way, like we say, we not get interest. APC fet and not fet, not to business down there. Wait till we concern them fet, we see them, we they come and talk, blast for them. Because then in a carelessness, then they as government in the waiting, they form government in the waiting. So therefore be very careful, serious, and sober-minded. But if themselves they play like child, like a picking play, then nonsense down there we call her. Yeah, so they really need for know waiting and they do if they're really serious about becoming the next government inside Riyadh. But apart from that, they will not get nothing for talk about them. If they don't say they don't thief, they don't come out. They don't wreck, they don't come out. If they serious say they want to get another chance, okay, it left to the people for decide. If APC then SLPP don't come, then say they're serious, they don't give them chance. If now the people then say we don't gains, please we not go, not to own business down there. We not get interest for any political party. Because we not get party card, we not get membership, not to affiliation. We not have this program, by the way, not affiliate with nobody. When I say nobody not affiliate with. Not to APC, not to nobody not affiliate with. Yeah, we did do them, and not to anybody inspire we. Not to anybody motivate we. We see what they happen inside the country, especially what they happen with regards to journalists them. When before say this, they're not able to say what the people want for year. That is why we decided say we for come up and do this program. Not opposing mental we are independent. Yeah, we there for ourselves. We not Joseph. We come for ourselves and we there by ourselves. Nobody need give we money pass. Yeah, who's there? Person doing super sticker, super chat, or somebody say, hey, boy, I like one the one at the door. Yeah, this money, or we contribute to this. We contribute to this. But for say we ask you. Say Giwi, because we want support your project, a lie. We know they ever do it. And you know, we not get interest for that. Yeah? So we rest 2 cases on that ARD, yeah, with regards all things. I want to tell plenty thinking. So we moderator now the how you call them? YouTube. This not a moderator, it really shows in a family member, and it really shows it be part of the production. That's not mean say it tell we waiting for do. But in yes, all things then are grown. Instead of the yeri now, like I will save the yeri. The moderator, that one day sharp right so. Sometimes I can sleep so. Pass you see this thing pam 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 pam. You don't see this? You know yeri. And interestingly, I'm glad in the coordination. Pass you see we make call. Hey, this or this or this or. You see that we come live. Or we do something. So thank you very much, Sister Admin. You really done the try. And thank you to all the one that were doing the support we. Plenty people and they bump information to we. With regards different things that we can take some, we're not able to take some. Not take offense if we're not able to use something. And by the way, this platform, everything where we hear, where we feel saying they in the interest of the people, we they put them now. Elect na SLPPO, we they put them. Na APCO, we they put them. Why we for put LAC, for example? You don't ask. But because people get interest for know, waiting you want for say, waiting they happen, we put them. We not care whether you be. As long as people get interest on waiting you they say, we they put her. We they put Adebayo, we they put Quetta, Ibrahim, a Cashbox, whatever. We they put anybody, the Rachel, anybody, the Egati, anybody will get something, 98, SLBT, AYV, as long as we feel a day in the interest of the people, we dey put this platform now for all man. It no matter how we dey talk. True, we na opposition, but not to political party oppositions. We na opposition because we dey talk about the things that were wrong when they go on in the country. That's not just the fact. But we not there in the interest of any political party. Get this and get it right. I love you all so much. Thank you very much. My name is Pierre, the freedom fighter.
Thanks to our family members them. We appreciate you the same way we appreciate we. One thing but you will come and talk, say we na this party, we na that party. I believe, say the world where they live today, nothing not the hide forever. If we na that party, you feel say somebody they support you from that party, would they blast for all man? Like somebody don't call you say, or you establish and many person come out and say, Bible Pierre, now we this, hold on this, for certain amount, or not talk of this, or now we support on our channel. So we not get engaged by that one itself. So if somebody they talk down, they sometimes why they pass me at the comments, now laugh at the laugh. Then they know the worry we. Let we blow we mind. The truth we get for saying. And no matter what, the truth you get for saying. Come save the future.
Yeah,
the truth we get for saying. And it no matter what, the truth you get for saying. Come blow your mind. I will not forget say tomorrow, not a day, now you day. As I always say, we can then at the studio for control the system for una. Always we don't talk so as people be they plead for open phone line because of time. We're not able to respect una. We're very sorry. But tomorrow you go still come and talk what you want to talk this night. In case you want to forget and put your phone on record your voice. Say now this I want to talk yesterday net. So tomorrow 3 p.m. saloon time, you no go forget. You'll be able to come and tell me what you feel about the presentation, what you think about the things that will go on at the country. As I can say, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, in we they talk about, but now, as the country they go with this government, the ugly and the bad don't dominate. Baibure, Kablai from the north. I love you all. Una stay blessed. Tata.
Get something where the money you. Now this week on Sierra Leone. Well, Leone justly they give you the chance for make you blow your mind. Now the program called We Are for blow your mind. The truth you get for say, yeah. And it no matter what, truth you get for say. Try save the future. The truth you get for say, yeah. And it no matter what. Truth you get for say. Talk now we are. Talk about the things gone wrong. Talk about the things where they make salon or they grow. Talk about political violence. Talk about regional politics. Now we are. Talk about tribal politics. Talk about office politics. Now we are. Talk about teenage pregnancy and early marriage. Talk about the sexual violence. Talk about corruption now we had. No keep on your mind oh. And for blow your mind. The truth you get for say, yeah. And it no matter what, truth you get for say. Try save the future. The truth you get for say, yeah. And it no matter what, truth you get for say. Talk now we are. Talk about we had because
this government every week they get explanation. Every week something they happen, we pass them can explain. It they reach tell people and they fed up with the explanation. And that is what we are doing now.
Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button And then you come over here and press this bell. So the bell option, press this one with all. And done. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.